All right. Hello. We're back. It's Saturday night. It's good to be back. We no stream last week. I was out of town. Talk about that later. People are interested, but it's good to be back. Good to be back building. It's interesting how week to week feels like nothing, but missing a stream feels like an eternity. So it's kind of crazy. So at any rate, we're back tonight working on this HG Michaelis. Hopefully making some significant progress on this tonight. Not sure if we'll finish it, but should be a good stream altogether. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. A quick note for myself here. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend so far. Hopefully everybody had a great week last week. And, in the meantime, as usual, I'm going to jump in the chat, say hello, and all that good stuff. But before I do, a couple quick things. Number one, if you enjoy these streams, do please hit the like button. Helps more people see the stream, which I think is overall a good thing. So definitely do that if you're interested. Help me out. Number two, we are running a sale this weekend. This weekend, it's a select item spring clean out sale, I think is what we're officially calling it. 20% off select items, but if it's, I believe, $100 or more, it's 30% off. Or $250 or more, I think, you get 45% off, I want to say. All the details should be on there. It's an automatic discount. Definitely take advantage. Stack those orders deep, save a whole lot, and help us clear out some space in our warehouse. So I think that is all the stuff. So I'm gonna jump in the chat, say hello, and then get back to building if I remember how. What's up, Jerome, Wolfpack, 5 Gil, Maverick Entity, Kurofudo. If we'll ever see Full Mechanics 2.0 on account of Full Mechanics IBO line not being all that great. It's possible. So Dylan Dull, Studio AU, Matthew Mahoney, Paul Kardash, Realtime 88, Lord Kronos, Solid Monkey, Go Zero, Thomas Dietrich. Let's see. Rob Rosencrantz, Pockets, Erfig, Paul Kardash, I think I already said that name. Got one from the stream a few weeks ago. Freedom something, I should build that too. What's up, Rob Sadler, Heathcliff? Kronos, was it Star Wars related? It was not. No, it was actually karate related. A little get together with some friends in that world and training together for probably the first time that way in years. So it was good. Adam Shampoo, it's up. Lego Yoda, Tim Mott, Kilo Delta, Black Chimera. I wish I could stuck around, but work is purposely leaving the store understaffed, so I gotta get back to work. Bummer. We'll have a good work evening, I guess. Daniel Morgan, what's up? Baka, ZCO, All Tyson Knocked, Lego Yoda, My Wallet Hurts Me to Sale, great deals. Gojira, what's up? Toy Mechanic RN. Alright, so I think that's everybody. I think I'm caught up. So let's figure out where I left off. It feels like an eternity, even though it feels like an eternity when I miss a week, but it often feels like nothing happens in between when we have one every week. It's kind of weird. Okay, so that was right arm. I think left arm is next. Did you find a ramen shop to eat at, Doug Nick? No, I'm not sure if there are any ramen shops in that part of Vermont. It would be interesting if there was. B1 14 and 13. Yo, what's up? Find the back. What's up, Young Hero? Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. Mine's been okay. I had some other plans I was gonna do today. earlier in the day. I ended up canceling to try to get some more work done, get caught up between missing some stuff last week, being out of town, and just a lot of stuff on my plate. So kind of a bummer, but I feel like I made some decent progress, so that's good, I guess. All right. Hopefully I'll end up having time to get back to the spray booth and all that stuff tomorrow. Didn't get to do that last week being out of town. So, missing that stuff. Got a little Caesars on my plate right now. Nice, we did our pizza night last night. Just didn't have a lot of time after my day at the warehouse. Evening, good to see Michaelis. Thanks, Mr. B. Welcome. Started my HG Gym Spartan from P Bandai tonight. Cool. That's cool. What's everybody else up to? What are you guys working on tonight? Got any plans for Mother's Day tomorrow? Not super officially. My son started T-ball last week while I was out of town, so I didn't get to go to his practice and game and stuff like that. So we're hoping to do that. I'll move my schedule around. I normally try to go to jiu-jitsu Sunday morning, but I'm gonna do that. I want to try to get to at least one or two, if not more, of his T-ball games, practices, and stuff. I think we might end up stopping for ice cream after or something, which might be kind of cool. Been a bit of an oddball one, but built together 30-minute Sisters costume option set earlier today and attempted my first water slides. Eye decals with blank faces, starting a Spinachi fencer now. How are the eye decals? That's kind of an interesting one in terms of placement. It might be not a big deal, but I've never tried it, so I just feel like it would be interesting. So trying to figure out what I'm going to build tonight. Building HG Zowar tonight. Nice. HG Asteroid Blue Frame. Building my previous build so I can move on to the HG Destroy. Tonight I'm going to finish my HG Powered Gym and weather a little bit. Nice. Ice cream always cool. Work on my stage diorama. We'll start painting on a Tachikoma kit later. Nice. Built the HG Destroy Gundam last weekend. Really cool. Making fried dough and waiting for the northern lights to be visible. Not sure it'll be visible that far south, Nick. I don't know. I think we looked last night. Is the that solar storm thing or whatever still going on? I know there were some headlines related to that, and that we were within range to potentially see it, but I think it was cloudy or something yesterday. Working on Blue Frame Astray. Candy Co for the first time. Nice. What's up, Double O Gunamexia? Let's start Wing Zero EW. G-Line. Nice. The mention of the Wing Zero reminds me of the new announcements. I don't know if anybody saw. This past week was the Shizuoka Hobby Show, big model show event in Japan, and they often announce kits. A lot of big manufacturers do. And the new MG SD was announced, which is a Wing Zero EW, which has me kind of excited. Should I place them too high up too close to the center? But my sense of that stuff is so bad. Process-wise, it was difficult with hobby not to cut them out. That may have been my cutting mat. I guess if you haven't done much other water slides, it might be hard contextually to even know if it was easier or harder. But SD kits, but I might have to get that new Wing Zero kit. And Katsuki RG probably didn't spell it right. Yeah, it looks interesting. The drag strip and the drive home. I never saw the Northern Lights. So many kits, my wallet will be begging for mercy this year. Welcome back, Nick. Working solely on FM Kamaros. Not sure how you managed a professional workload. No how time. New baby's draining all my energy. Yeah, honestly, the baby is like the least of the drains on me right now. Not that it's not a lot of work and whatever, but she's been relatively easy. There have been a few days in the last like week or so where she has not been sleeping well at all, though, which has been kind of tough. She's normally a pretty good sleeper, and that makes things a lot easier. Except for the Armored Core Structure Arts and Code of Steel Haze. She wings say no more. All right. Okay, A7 and 8. I understand the process enough now not to be scared of using them. All hail the male of it. Yeah, water slides aren't that hard to do. There's a little bit of a learning curve, and there's definitely some gotchas that you got to watch out for, but they are not, you know, impossible or super. They shouldn't be scary. So the Legend Kiyomori 100 Red Ogre recently. Interesting. Haven't heard of that. What's that all about? What's that kit like? Slides of water. Samurai Mecha third party. Interesting. Haven't heard of it. Water slides much easier than I expect them to be. Yeah, water slides aren't bad. I think a lot of people, myself included a long time ago, get like intimidated by them, and then once you actually do them, you should hopefully realize they're not that bad. It's just getting over that initial like fear or whatever. Most excited for the RG ARC 72.0. Glad I waited to get the OG one. Do you know when or if you'll be getting the G-Sub Perfect Pack in stock? Tried to get one locally today, but I just missed the last one they had in stock. Not sure. If our distributors have it, though, I'll be grabbing it. I think it's better than I thought. Just took some practice, patience. I have family members putting a vote for what kit I want to build. I'm not really sure which one I want to build, so I guess I'm building the Master of Justice Gundam. Dry transfers are much more of a pain. It sounds like it. I think you have some wiggle room, both kind of figuratively and literally with water slides. But if your dry transfers are wrong when you start, like when you first start actually transferring it, there's no coming back from that. Just have the head done so far, but not a bad kit so far. Comes with a pre-built inner frame. Interesting. Be back going to Taco Bell. Alright. We have arrived. What's up, Viet? What's up, Orlando? Been putting a lot, I guess maybe that's kind of a lie, and a lot, but putting some time into AnyMech the past couple weeks, having some conversations with the individuals we're working on planning seminars with and stuff. Just heard the kids, yeah, they're doing bedtime, probably not far outside the room here. How soon will you expect to get the new narrative Gundam for Constock? Not too long. I think one of our distributors mentioned that they were, supposed to be inbound soon. So soft, subtle sounds and extending filing. Oh yes, ASMR needs satiated. Where was I? AnyMech. So yeah, I've been working on that stuff. Kind of excited about some of the prospects. Of course, they're like jumping off of stuff. The real question in my mind is how I'm going to get myself an opportunity to participate in some of these seminars. Planning on adding a Gundam category in the AnyMech. We had two. Are you mean adding an additional Gundam category, or do you mean in the first place? Because we had, I believe what we did last year, and as the default plan this year was I think one 144 and smaller and one 100 and larger. I'm trying to, when we had our judges meeting, I was trying to put it to the judging team to think about how and when we add categories on the fly. Like if we have a particularly large category that we can split. Because if we have the awards for it, we kind of might as well, especially if we have a very large category. Evening. All just got done battling with Primer. Decided it wanted to separate after being applied to all parts. How's your night going? Good. Sorry to hear with the Primer issues. Thought I would like dry transfers. I did not. I'll take water slides any day. Change to the new things you're planning for the AnyMech this year. Patrick Green charge the day Nick puts on a pair of Quattro glasses and sits down to seminar. So AnyMech this year, one of the biggest things is we're going to be having more seminars and activity type stuff. We're going to hopefully separate out and have a separate area for seminar and like class type material, and a separate spot for quote unquote community activities like speed build contest and things like that. So that way we'll be able to have more programming going on at any given time during the event and pack more in. Also looking at setting aside an area to put some products on the shelf as like a showroom, quote unquote, because we don't have the ability to let people shop the warehouse. And that will let them kind of get close. Well, Foy typically has a lot of entries, definitely 100 and higher. I want someone to show the complete 3D printed 140 scale build. Except Donald Clark. Patrick proceeds to make everything Mecha Girl. Yeah, I don't know, it's dangerous. If someone who has never done top coats, I don't know, it's not that difficult really. Are you using a spray can or are you using an airbrush? Would be spray can. Okay. I think specifically, I haven't done much spray can stuff in a while. If anybody in the chat has any recommendations or tips, please feel free to chime in. I think having your area set up, your PPE, which you probably need if you're using a spray can. What else? Okay, B1, 8, and 10. We get the RX-75 gun tank, SD, HG, and MG. The SD is hard to find, though. I think a lot of SDs can be kind of hard to find. Okay, what did I say? 8 and 10, I think. Let's go. I'm here for the giveaway. Hey, Gecko, what's up? Depends on the model, but Mr. Hobby Clear is a great top coat. I think that's what I used was a Mr. Hobby when I did use a spray can way back in my day. I think in terms of tips, if there's anything, clear even coat, start off the part, work your way on and past the parts so you don't get like splatter on it. Avoid humid days like the plague. I think spray cans, there's something about soaking them or something in, is it warm water, I think, to get better performance out of them. Someone should chime in on that one because I'm not sure for sure. Man, what's wrong with me? So FTL Drive, I thought, Nick, instead of color correcting stickers for HG or SD, what if Bandai gave water slides instead of color correction, or for color correction? I think that would be kind of cool in at least some cases. I think the problem is that water slides are less accessible, generally speaking, because fewer people are interested in using them. But it would be a welcome change for me. I absolutely hate stickers. But at the same time, I think expecting, like a 6-year-old or 7-year-old or whatever to do water slides is kind of high. Let's see. This top coat in my case is the Mr. Hobby Super Clear Flats, even safer to use in water decals. So the can of warm to hot water for 1 minute helps it spray out more even. Would I do it on the runners or after I build certain pieces? I would do it after you build. In my opinion, you should never spray on the runners because you're going to have the runner holes or whatever in the paint job to worry about. Brew cans move a lot of paint, so keep a good distance from the kit, around 12 inches or more, and use many light coats. So third-party water slides tend to be more popular than Bandai's. We're having a major gunplug competition in the middle of August down here in Alabama. The whole city of Florida City might be interested coming down. I think it's the same weekend as my event. I think. I could be wrong. Yeah, 30 my sister. IDK will say 8+, maybe it'd be fine. It might be. I know that, like, you know, Pokemon kits with my younger son who's 5, he can snap together a lot of stuff, but I don't think expecting him to do water slides is in the cards for him anytime in the immediate future. Watch some tutorials, make sure you don't hold the can still over the pieces while spraying. You want to make even sweeping motions. I wouldn't do anything on the runner except cut. I've heard people washing while we're still in the runner. Don't get the point when you'll be handling it afterwards. I mean, if you got mold release, I think is the reason people do it, to get rid of that mold release. But to me, I wash kits as much to get the sanding crud off there as I do anything else. Don't have problems panel lining in the runner, but to me, it's probably not best practice. Yeah, probably not ideal. But might be fine in some instances, I guess. Okay, A3 and 4. Snap kits, build the skeleton and clip on parts. Boy, that'd be cool. It's tedious. So washing is important. Get rid of fingerprint smudges. Depends on what you're building, I think. Good evening all. What's up, Jason S? Okay, what should I start building next? Zeta Rakat or RG Epion? Good question. I built the RG Epion. It's a good kit. I'd highly recommend it, but don't have experience with the Zeta Rakat. Being a fingerprints, it's better to use gloves when building. It's a personal preference thing. I don't, obviously. Some plated kits it can be really helpful with, though. So best receive my decals from you guys. Thanks, Joey Beans. I'm lazy, but I have a lot of fun just snap building and panel lining. You do you. That's good stuff. Wish we could post pics in the chat. We'd love to show off. That would be kind of nice. I feel like moderating that would be a nightmare, though. One time I'd consider wearing gloves with the plated kit. Can't wash those. Yeah, I think that's where I would do it. I dislike wearing gloves. If I can avoid it, then I do. I don't use them when I paint either. I paint with acrylic, so it's not a big deal, but just get it. Discord is for buildings into Discord. Plated kit. Gloves are requirements when you prints. Probably finish up these two parts And then we'll do the first draw of the night. What goes for work? So it's second nature. It doesn't bother me anymore. I don't know. I've had too many messed up times. A lot of it's probably like wear gloves when I used to like spray like chemicals to the lawn, and doing that outside in the summer, my fingers would get soaked in the sweat and grossness. Which is probably not representative of building models, but you know. What acrylics do you use? Vallejo Mecha, the Mecha color line, is pretty much what I use for painting these days. You want to see the announcement of the RG Akatsuki Gundam. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. The acrylic would lay differently. It took some getting used to. I guess I don't have anything else to compare it to, so I can't really comment too much on that one. Topical primer. I'm in a group build and had some older Tamiya paint. Did not shake it up enough and big blobs sprayed out. Rolled my eyes, wiped it down, and I'm waiting for new primer to show. P.S. Hi everyone, what's up, Lee's Creative Art? My worst spray can story on vacation, like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago or something. It's probably more like 6 years. We were down Cape Cod with the family. We grabbed some model rockets at a local hobby store because it's something that we've enjoyed doing down there in the past. You know, got some simple ones, built them with my oldest at the time, and then it was like an unpainted, no colors or whatever on it, so we decided to grab a cheap can of spray paint at the store and then spray it. And it was so humid down there that it came out just like a milkshake. What's up, everyone? What's up, Blast Rebuilds? G-Self RG, that would be nice. Probably unlikely. Okay, first draw of the night here. Let's see where we are at. Dead on. All right. All right, so first draw of the night. Let's do a number from 10 to 1,300. And since it's Mother's Day tomorrow, what Mother's Day plans do you have or wish you had? 10 to 1,300. What Mother's Day plans do you have or wish you had? One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to you as addresses. You must be present to win. And your answer to the question and the number have to be the same comment for it to be valid entry. 10 to 1,300. Mother's Day plans or what you wish you had for plans, I guess. We're gonna have lunch there today. Nice. I'm big on doing things for things like that, not on the holiday itself, especially if you're going to go out, because you know, restaurants are going to be packed probably. Where for Quest Barbecue. We are probably getting into grilling season. We haven't fired up our grill yet, but probably would be a good idea too. Okay, C8. And then the other one was B17. Oh boy, if a new car wasn't planned as a Mother's Day gift, just our current one. Shit the bed last week. Well, there you go. It's always fun, right? Like the washing machine goes like, oh, it's a birthday present for whoever's birthday is coming up. Still spend the day with my mother. I feel you. That actually makes me think tomorrow's probably gonna be a rough one for Kate. Maybe her first Mother's Day since her mom passed, so that'll be interesting. Sweet or something for my husband. Is it supposed to go the other way around? Grilling season, I grill year round. I was sitting my mom's cat while she went to her mother's to stay the night. Just gonna eat something nice. There you go. Family time. Good stuff. I'll do personal chef duty. Looks like I got her flower kit to do. She loved it. That's cool. Doesn't that light bother him? Oh, that's pretty bright, saturated on my face, isn't it? The light bulb in here for the main light for the room was flickering, so I undid the bulb before the start today. If I can turn off that, or not turn off, but turn down that light. The Disc-Based Scribe Chisel kit from you yesterday. Excited to try it out. Nice. We got a lot of Disc-Based stuff in. Just good stuff, and good to see that we're able to start getting this rhythm going that we've been trying to do. I was worried that this shipment would be delayed forever like previous shipments. Came right after I made my latest order. Was a question: what are your plans for Mother's Day? I have okay. I'll have to deal with that later. I was going to try to turn that down. The first SD kit, first Plum Kit 2 in the sale. Nice. Okay, A6. Wow, sounds like awesome. It's the state of the world right now. 11-year-old daughter's building an EG. Granddad, my 9-year-old son's building a 30-minute missions. I ordered from you a while ago. Nice. My 5-year-old is becoming insatiable in terms of model kits and the like. Just wants more and more and more. You don't think Japan got a real Gundam underground that's functional? They just keep under wraps. I mean, they took down the old one. Just saying. Okay, C6. There we go. I want 6. Kits is your son built so far. So a lot of Pokemon kits. I don't know if I know all off the top of my head. I think the most recent one he did was the Squirtle, actually. He's done a few entry grades. Strike. Was it the one of the Build Galaxy ones? The La. Be a worthy success for the Empire. Just finished the MGSD Freedom yesterday. My favorite kit so far. I've only been building it for a couple months. That's cool. I put it together by Kaketsu Jake this morning. Nice. Yeah, so he's loving that stuff and just keeps wanting more kits. So it's like, dude, you gotta learn to do more to them than just snap build them, so I can actually afford to feed your addiction. It's too expensive to hand a 5-year-old, you know, like an HG kit every week or whatever, to snap build as fast as he can. The lock on it was pretty good. Yeah, my mom, nice. Although 4 is your number, we're going 10 to 300, so 4 is outside of the range. So they job for 30-minute mission series, Nick. It's basically the same deal though. He needs to learn to like panel line and remove nubs and all that kind of stuff to slow him down a little bit. I mean, honestly, my oldest needs learn the same stuff too, because he likes flying through kits. Okay, so I got that, and that, and I got a little shield thing, and then the hand to do, I guess. I mean, in the sense that we combine them over time. Oh, I see. 10 to 300, 10 or 1300, 10 to 1300. Did I say 300? 10 to 1300. I'm gonna do more Star Wars kits and give Fundamental a break. Okay, calling time. If you take my time with kids, might be slow going, but it's relaxing. I mean, you might as well. Fair, I'm doing that mainly with the 30-minute sister kid patches in mind. Okay, 10 to 1300. 215. I don't see a 215. I'll let you guys confirm. If that's the case, we will draw again shortly. Only reason my bills to slow down. Like my back needs to crack or something. See, 512. A10, A11. What was the number? 215. Anybody do anything particularly interesting last week when we were without a stream? Like I said, I was up in Vermont. It's been a while, almost like since COVID, basically. I think was the last time that we really got together just to train. We've had a few small things, belt tests and stuff, but it was our first real like big group training session in a while, which was good. Drove up with one of my students, spent Saturday night up there, and basically trained Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning. It was a good weekend. Go fast. I wanted to get better painting, so I take my time and painting panel as I go. No, I died. Cried in bed. I remember, I think I watched a few anime. They build the swap in the arms and legs, the Alex Gundam with the Blitz Gundam count as a kit bash. I mean, basically, on a Mecha Warrior 5 playing spree that night, if I recall, as I had already built something during the day. The day I celebrated my granddaughter's 4th birthday, and then out to dinner with sister-in-law and her husband. Nice. Definitely did miss the building a bit though. Love the process and definitely enjoy these streams. So definitely missed out on that. Thought about bringing a kit up with me, but ultimately I didn't. Great weekend, Nick. A good break from the norm is good for the soul. Put my video up, putting wires and lights in my Gundam kit. Nice. Man, why do they do this to me? Putting a nub in this little like groove here. Too narrow for that too, jeez. I was relieved my 50-year-old self was not ready for a bounce house and 4-year-old. There are no accidents, just happy little nubs. I don't know, man. I guess I hated those. Yeah, I put it out on an exposed surface. It doesn't necessarily need to be on something that's super visible, but don't make it hard to reach, please. For a miss of the stream is a good routine thing for me. And the nubs are in those hard to reach areas. Who else hates under gates? Raise your hand. I like under gates most of the time. Every once in a while they make life way harder. But if they put them in the right spot and do them correctly, they save a lot of time and energy. problem is they often will put them in really hard to reach places or in weird spots that screw things up. You know, when yet, not yet. We did one draw, we'll be doing another one shortly. We'll pretend to be Miki Sekai and build the Shin Burning Gundam while I was practicing. There you go. I knew something was missing for my weekend. Never understand Bandai puts thick nubs in obvious areas. Why? Yeah. A bad habit of sanding and making it look clean for areas that you can't see. I think that's fairly common. The thing I hate is sometimes you can't tell if you can see a spot, so you can't easily like tell if you should be or not, you know? All right. There we go. Boom. All right. Some of my best nub rule has happened where no one will ever see it. The mind most nubs, the nippers I can get it all in one clean cut usually. Clearly better safe than sorry, but I get a little annoyed because I feel like I'm wasting time. I feel that. If you don't mind me asking, what sanding sponges, sticks are you using? I just haven't found one I'm happy with just yet. Despair my current ones, but I'm looking to upgrade. So my go-to recently, I use the Razor Origin from Gun Primer. It's a glass file, works wonderfully, and I've fallen in love with these Sand Loop Flex from Gun Primer as well. They seem like they hold their grip very long, and they work for all the round surfaces I got to deal with. And then I also use a balancer gray, usually because I'm going to matte coat anyway, and I don't need that super shiny finish. I'm going to check for undergates and miss them. Have to disassemble a bit, cut and reassemble. I take a scene from the game. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Men are using. Just got the. I was 219. Did I win? I'm at the vet, and I was talking to folks here. 215 was the number, so no. So yeah, Razor's my go-to, and I haven't looked back since I started using it. Highly recommend it. Okay, B14A5. Does this have like a funky right hand? Is that why the right arm's a little different? I thought there was a hand coming later, but it looks like there's no hand. I just pay sanding sponge set for Mecha Warehouse, many sizes and good price. Only got it because Razor is so stiff, but Razor's number one. Yeah, you definitely need a sponge for certain things, I think. Like I've heard good things about the disc-based sanding sponges too. I had a sample for the Flex Loop, or the Sand Loop Flex rather, and tried it out and then got hooked. Hey Rodrigo, what's up? No hand. Interesting. Some builders online wash their kits for some of them. Is there any benefit, reason to wash a kit? If you're going to paint a kit, washing it can help get the sanding crud off of it or the mold release. If you have fingerprints and stuff on there, washing can help eliminate those. It really kind of depends what you're doing and what you're going for. I've never washed kits that I'm not painting personally. The ones I do paint, I do wash to try to get as much of that like sanding crud off primarily. Just got the Sand Loop Flex, but you can only get one size at a time unless I missed a multi-set. I don't think they have any sort of multi-set, but I just use a 600. I probably could get fancy and use a few different grits, but the 600 does pretty much everything I need. Gun Primer's number one, but definitely don't cheap out. Sure, it's a premium brand. I think they're worthwhile, but they're definitely not the cheapest option out there. Alright, so that's the left arm. Are builders still using glass files? I mean, I do. I think something needs to pop my back. Okay. Legs. Oh, I see. This is the leg frames. It's like, why are these legs look so skinny? Well, I shoot with the sanding loop so far that I feel like I'm not using them right on even round surfaces and try to get the basic finish back after 600, 800 loop usage, and some colors is rough. Yeah, you might need to use a higher grit number. There's got a few of the gun primer etching guides from y'all at the balance set as well. I haven't tried the follow yet, is that the display version? Even using 1000 grit foam sponge from another brand and the balancers. Okay. Legs times 2. So actually we should set up this second draw here. Okay, so second draw of the night. Let's do a number from 10 to 700 and answer the question, what's a kit you didn't know you needed until you saw it in person? So a kit that might have not caught your eye in pictures, but you saw one in person and you needed one. 10 to 700 What's a kit you didn't know you needed until you saw it in person? One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only shipped US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comment for it to be valid entry. 10 to 700. What's a kit that you didn't know you needed until you saw it in person? Find the Jesta to be an interesting one, since a couple people answered with that one. I feel like the Jesta looks really good in pictures, but I guess everybody's got a different story. 5 and 6. I'll do both these legs in parallel here. Right, and C17. All right. GSD Freedom, Unicorn Bust. I'm trying to think that. I want to say there was something, but I don't remember what it was. That was mine. Got Char's my favorite all-time favorites now. Interesting. EX Gundam. Zaki FSF. How about every peach you ever made? Well, there's definitely been kits that I appreciated far more after building them than before, or your mobile suit designs. This is still for full mechanics. Raider, that right? That is true. That is correct. Yes. That is what we're giving away tonight. Sun built one relatively recently. This is his first 1/100 kit. It's actually a lot cooler than I thought it would be. These come from my PG Banshee. Plan to start building up before the end of the year. Nice. But the unicorns are a really good kit for an LED kit. So that's going to get covered. And that's going to be covered. So I don't need to remove the notes from there. You hired at the warehouse right now. We are not. We have warehouse listings listed. We try to keep those up just to aggregate resumes because you never know when you need someone there. That's probably the position we hire for the most. And we've had some challenges finding qualified candidates in the past. But we don't currently have any open positions. Got my Calamity Gundam from you, Nick. That's one of my favorites. Nice. LEDs hard to put in a wire. I'm a little intimidated. Not really. LEDs are another thing that are probably more intimidating than they should be. But I'm not sure. I might be slightly biased because I'm coming from the perspective of having an engineering degree. I have an electrical engineering degree as one of my degrees, so they're not that tough for me, but I'm building Z Verka, which is the second MG ever, my first Verka. Nice. How is it so far? Currently building the Calamity myself. I've been on medical leave for over a month, so I have plenty of time to make a dent in my backlog. Nice. Let's good make the most of what you got going on. Maybe I should go hurt myself. Maybe that would give me some time to get something done. I feel like it probably wouldn't. Alright, that's one done. Phoenix, what I missed, not too much about the draw numbers. Column time here. Start the MG Heavy Arms myself. That's a nice kit, Mario. Martial Arts Injury. Problem is like my job is a desk job, you know? Like I'd have to really hurt myself to not be able to work. LED to get the Devastator kit. I got the thing dent sale last week. Guys in the red rotating strobe on his back. That'd be cool. Okay, second draw here. Number 50. Okay, 49 seconds, so it's gotta be right on. I don't think we have any winners. We got a 50.1, which I'm assuming is supposed to be a 501. It's throwing me for a loop a little bit here. Anybody grab anything interesting in our sale this weekend? I don't catch any cool light shows in the solar flare. I missed it last night because our weather guy said it wouldn't be much, but from friends around posting it was pretty cool looking. 50-ish, right? No, we didn't see any up here. Get through my backlog, but always end up getting more kits to replace the ones I built, so the number never goes down. Sometimes it goes up. What was the winning number? 50. I don't think there was a winner. Got the T-Rex kit. Nice. Which one? There's like 3 different T-Rex kits, right? I think there's more than one in the sale. Which only because there's supplies I'd like to get as well. Patrick did. It's part of trying to tempt folks with some options. Certainly, if we buy every single kit in existence, we would still need to buy more. Probably. That's probably pretty fair. But a lot of people would do that. I think you're close to any movie theaters to see the Gundam Seed Freedom movie. It was amazing. I was not. I mean, I just don't really have time for any of that kind of stuff, unfortunately. Does the new movie stand alone, or do you need to have the context of the show or any of the other Seed stuff? Buzz wrong is the Planosaurus Stegosaurus. Wow, way off. So I also randomly the other day got this urge to break out the old school Sim City 2000. Some real old school stuff right there. Don't know why, but had to. You know, watch the shows, plays off from the anime. And this would be Gundam Seed Freedom kids coming. Yeah, there's a few. Seed Freedom movie was amazing. It can be watched on its own, but it helps if you have some prior knowledge of events. Recommend seeing both Seed and Seed Destiny first. Yeah, I haven't seen either of those. With a friend who hasn't watched the series. He said he was pretty lost. Successor kit for the Destiny Gundam. If only they could present one for the Akatsuki. If I want to commit that time in, right? a lot of people can't stand Seed 2, so I want to watch it eventually because I feel like I should. But I haven't made a huge priority out of it. With the whole saga, pretty amazing. Alright, so ended up getting Crunchyroll this week, and I haven't stopped watching anime on my phone and all my spare and sparse moments, mostly Gundam. Finish IVO. I started about a year ago. I need to finish IVO as well. We started because it was on Gundam Info on YouTube, and then they took it off, and we hadn't gotten through it. Okay, C14. I enjoyed Seed. It was what got me back in a gun. The gun after being away from it for about 13 years. Interesting. And what spurred that? Did you just want to watch the show, or somebody recommend it, or did it like pop up on a thing somewhere? Finally finished the original series. I think Zeta is next. Zeta's pretty good. See what's cool where I left off in the last episode. I need to see the spin-off of IBO. Just browsing for anime to watch. Gotcha. Cool. First, I want to see all the Gundam series at least once. I mean, that's kind of where I feel like I need to do when I sell this stuff, so I should probably know all about it at some point. But time is difficult, you know. Need to get back to watching OG Gundam. I just didn't get a lot of time to watch anymore. I don't get a lot of time to watch anything either. Time for anything is tough, especially these days. Usually watch at work, so I need to watch them dubbed because it's more of a background noise, and I look up, so I can't watch subs. Being grown is tough, right? It'd be cool if they did a remake of the OG Gundam series with current animation. I would be all over that. A19. I'm a shop foreman, so watching at work, not really an option for me. Yeah, that would be kind of tough. You could pay for more time. No, not really. Just maybe take less work for more time, but I kind of could when I was consulting in those days because it was basically hourly. And I would often choose to just work a few less hours each week. The manga based on the concept of an office worker girl who grew up watching Seed, getting the hobby after being in her 30s. Called HG ni Koisuru Futari and needs an anime. That's interesting. Good to watch anime on the screen when there's not much business coming in, less busy hours. Being a shop floor is kind of like herding cats some days. I mean, isn't that like any sort of supervisory leadership role? It's up, slit snipe. More Gundam related, but I started Dead Space remake a few days ago, and I'm wondering, is there any Isaac model kit? Or the Ishinura? I am not familiar, so not sure. Interesting feet design here. I've arrived. What's up, Michael? Okay. Non-Gundam models, I'd love to see the ship from Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Not familiar with that one either. Okay, B1, 15, 16, 17. It is, but the cats also have tampers and stuff. Alcohol. See, Destiny's the only reason why I buy Gundam kits. Like a 3D model, the Ishimura you could print and paint, but I don't think like an official plastic kit considered like Normandy from Mass Effect doesn't have one either. It's probably unlikely, but I suppose you never know. I'd love a model kit of the Rocinante from The Expanse would be cool. I think there is a resin kit or something out there, but I think it's pretty darn expensive. Older Kotobuki armor core kits weren't so rare. I'd love to get my hands on the Arctic Fox. Mass Effect ships still don't have models of travesty. What's up, Pokey Coots? So we're not trying to get more non-Bandai Mecha kits. There are some good looking kits out there. There are a lot of good kits out there. Razor stuff. I don't even use my hobby knife anymore hardly. Just Razor Origin and Plus. Yeah, it's a great tool. Expanse is my favorite show. If you like Gundam for tropes other than giant robots, probably like it too. Oh, I'm a hardcore Expanse fan. I need to get back to reading. I started reading the books too. Look at this, a 3D print file. The print is just 100 Thomas. And a good. Another model kit manga I've come to like is Goreki After School Model Girl, which is about garage kits, both educational and cute. I wish many such mangas got serialization or anime. That's a great show. Definitely is. Finish up this part, and then I think we will set up the next draw. You reuse the balancer. Do they fade out? They're done. I mean, I've gotten a lot of use out of my balancers. There's definitely a difference between when it's really worn like this and when they're new. So I think I've let them go too long in the past. But I think depending on how you're using it, what you're using it for, you could still theoretically get some use out of it when it's all worn like that. Okay, well, I'm at it here. Number 3. Win the Raider yet. It's the only full mechanics I don't have yet. Didn't care for the show. We're about to draw for it actually. Right. So congratulations in advance to whoever wins. So 99% of the time I've been using a glass file, and that's been A-okay for a long time. Alright. The light's starting to get to me now. It's a little bright. Okay, 106. Let's see. Perfect. All right. So next draw, let's do a number from 10 to 400 and answer the question, what was your entry to Gundam media? What was the show, manga, whatever that got you first into the Gundam stuff? 10 to 400, what was your entry point for Gundam media? Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win. And your answer to the question and the number has to be the same comment or be valid entry. 10 to 400, what was your entry into Gundam media? And Gundam Wing first out in kits was no great kits from the same series or garbage. Unfortunately, I found better kits later. You guys see those with the best mecha collection. They're doing a 1980 RX 78 144 kit and re-releasing it in that collection. Seems really interesting. It looks like frames out of the original anime, like the not good frames that have the RX 78 looking kind of silly. The retro RX 78 model, it's cool. Reminds me of the recent Transformers Missing Link toys, which are like the G1 toys, but with articulation. I think this is probably essentially the old mold. It looks funky. The proportions are weird to me. I'm not sure how much interest there will be in it. It'll definitely be an interesting one. Reprint the 80s kit with updated color casting. Okay. Showed up the sprues. As far as I know, it's a completely new kit. Just looks like the old one physically. Oh, really? Reprint with modern articulation. From what I've seen, it's basically a whole new kit. Oh, that's interesting. Show the original single color sprue with the new color reprint. Oh, okay. Interesting. They do some interesting stuff. All right, D1. We'll call time in a moment. I'm gonna break out the links on chat. I'll grab the sprue comparison real quick. Yeah, that's fine. Broke out the lawn tractor today. First mow of the season. Not looking forward to having to do that again regularly. The main question is whether or not Band will turn into a retro revamp line and put out more of them. Well, it's part of the best Mecha collection or whatever, which is an existing collection, I believe. I've already had to mow like 6 times already. Well, my lawn was awfully long today, so we probably should have mowed at least a couple times by now. I just didn't. Alright. Let's call time and pick a number here. Okay, Mitch, what's up? Okay, time has been called. Yep, gotta get them out tomorrow because all the blasted rain's got it overgrown. Okay. 10 to 400, number 22. Oh, it looks like we have a winner. Rodrigo Martin Chorizo. Fine, I'm not gonna be able to spell that off the top of my head. Here we go. So congrats, Martin. B1, 18, 19, and 2. Hopefully Martin's here and can, or Rodrigo rather, is here and can, winter seems early. No, not really. When it's early, it's just the first draw, which happens sometimes. Everybody's waiting for Rodrigo now. Okay. What did I say? 18, 19, and 2. So we have a winner, or do we? God. Put the timer up in a moment. Is the bathroom always the bathroom? Botch on the stream. I don't know, man. He was saying stuff that made sense earlier. Okay, Rodrigo, I do need you to chime in here. Yeah. Put 5 minutes on the clock here. Because if Rodrigo doesn't show up, then I guess we'll have to redraw. So Rodrigo, Martin, Deriso, hopefully I got it right there. I need you to chime in, please, so you can claim your prize. I want the kid, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm sure. That's why we'll put it back up for another draw. If this is first. No, I think it's happened 1 or 2 other times, maybe. It's pretty rare. That's why we have the must be present to win disclaimer. We also had somebody win theoretically with the right number, but not have the comment in the same, or the answer the question in the same comment for it to be valid. The first one is because some dude was AFK too long. Just win myself by buying it's in my cart on new type. I mean, or you could buy it from Mecha Warehouse, you know. Hey, Rodrigo. Gotta refresh that. Okay. There we go, Rodrigo. All right, congrats. Looks like you made it in time. Can't buy anything else for bed. I just had to drop a 15 pair of drag 6Gs. Still here to finish that. Rodrigo, you are our winner. It was number 22. So you can email support at mechawarehouse.com and we'll send that out when we can, sometime this week. Got a lot of orders for the new coin. It's a decent number. I did coin assignments today, hopefully invoicing tomorrow. We're doing a much leaner order this year, not having many extras at all. So wasn't horrible. Sorry, can you repeat? My wife just spoke to me at the same time. Rodrigo, to claim that Full Mechanics Raider, you want to email support at mechawarehouse.com with your info, and we'll ship it out this week sometime. So tonight, happy building. Great. All right. Stop the actual timer. Pretty the RG Evo 1 from them. It's been like a year and a half. Poor guy's building this kit, getting yelled at by his wife, and could tell good stuff is coming his way. Alright, so got that is the front. Teardrop faces down. Everyone got to pick up pizza for dinner, refuse to pay his delivery fees. I never do delivery for pizza. I think like once or twice ever. Doing a backup price week? No, we haven't had as much in the way of super chats lately, so everyone wants to help us have a backup prize for next week. That's all funded by super chats and the like. They're so expensive now, I bet. All right, so I got my two legs here. We're gonna do the right leg first. C12 and 15. Man, my eyes feel like they're full of rocks. Make sure my alarm is not set for tomorrow. Get a little bit extra sleep or something. He building Jonathan. This is the HG Michaelis from the Witch for Mercury high grade line. Thanks for the super chat, 5 Gil. We see local places put out promos up for delivery when they are 5 minutes or so roughly from home. No, you do not want 25% off a $20 order that requires delivery fee of $3+. If I didn't have a 1-year-old waking up at 7:30 every day, sleeping in is a thing of the past. We're doing pre-order for the new Sinju Stein print. No, not currently. A lot of Bandai stuff. So the problem is the distributors stopped receiving confirmations of what they were getting, so they can't give us any sort of firm number about what they're getting until they're about to get them. So it makes it hard for us to put those things up for pre-order, because we've always kind of taken the stance that we only want to put stuff up for pre-order that we know we can get. Right, we could do what certain stores do. I think one might have been mentioned in the chat earlier, which is list something for pre-order, not know if they're going to get them, and then either they just don't fulfill them until maybe it's the next print around or whatever, or never, or whatever. You know, that's not cool to me. Thanks for the super chat, Solid Monkey, because I knew the odds were astronomical. Have a good night. God's forsaken me. But we definitely will be getting some, and I doubt that we'll have issues getting however many we need. So if you're looking for those, I just wait till they come in here. You know, we'll get them. Don't like stores offering pre-orders until the numbers are confirmed. And I think it's a kind of a crappy practice. It makes sense business-wise to sell stuff before you have it, because you know how many you need to order based on how many pre-orders you have, which would be really helpful. It would help us a lot on a lot of stuff. We're actually going through some research process now, trying to figure out how our numbers from order research compare to actual results, and they don't always match up. Sometimes they're off by a lot, and I'm trying to figure out how to predict reality from order research numbers, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Wonderful experience waiting before 4 a.m. today, dude. It says Charlie Horse, my left leg. Ouch. An issue with the MTG in pre-orders. The new Sinju come with a rifle and the old Verka. I'm not sure. The RG Sword Impulse, but I missed the window and they're way too high now. So even if I want to sleep in, my corpse always finds a way to wake me up. Thanks for the super chat, Matthew Mahoney. So they're working away to backup prize. I want to play that Gundam wing variant, especially the Deathscythe Hell. It's so hard to get one. They'll come around again, I'm sure. It's a guild. I've lost in this guild. Visit his unit volume. Passes out. Alright, so I got that. Got at least one more part here. A16 we can do. Yeah, I was going to buy one before they announced the new print. Now I'm like, I should wait the new print, but also the inner Gunpla Goblin he keeps telling me to buy the ones already out. I'm going to wait for the reprint of the MG Turn X. I'll even shell out for the nano coating. So P Bandai. No telling when that'll be back though. Let me get some dinner. See you, Nick. Good night, guys. See you later, Studio AU. Probably finishing up the next piece or two, maybe 3, before I call it a night myself here. I apparently need sleep because of the sleep deprivation this week. Sleep is for the weak, right? I mean, I keep telling myself that, but I think I might just be weak. People can only be one of two things: currency in a Final Fantasy, or a guy with a ponytail that works at GameStop. Thanks for the super chat, Howie Doodat. Yeah, I think we will. We've got probably enough coming in tonight to have a backup prize for next week, so that's cool. Really appreciate you guys stepping up and helping with that. What just asked me to put her name on the wings of the radar since Swing Toys are lucky number. All right, let's do one more part. He's 17. So I think next week we'll probably end up finishing this leg, finishing the other leg. Probably backpack weapons. We'll probably finish this kit next week and start moving on to the next project, I think. RX-78 Unleashed next giveaway. Yeah, that'd be nice. They are restocking next week, I believe, but I don't think we're giving one away. And thanks for the super chat, Lord Kronos. Nick, what's your current big modeling project? So I'm working on a diorama right now for those 30-minute missions, EAV submachines, 4 of those, plus a diorama. Most of the base is done. I'm working on painting them. I gotta do trees and some more detail stuff and finishing things up on that. I'm in the middle of painting unit number 3. The first 2 we decaled on stream actually a few weeks back. So making progress. Not being able to build anything last weekend definitely hampered things a little bit. But with some luck, I'll be able to move the needle a bit tomorrow because I want to get on to painting something else. With the expansion pack for the EG Strike, when's it coming out? I want like 3 of those for some kit bashing. I'm going to put a BP on my HE Rouge since I will use the IWSP on the custom heavy arms. All right. Cool, so the upper leg there, we got oh, you know what, I missed C13, so I'm gonna do that real quick because I don't want to leave that all messed up. And then I will call it a night. Try to make my way to bed. Almost a scuffed build. Is it too late to request a signed number for the Mecha Warehouse coin? It is. Deadline was 11:59 p.m. Eastern yesterday. There is a very, very limited number of spare coins. Those will become available once the other coins are all invoiced. And when I say very limited, I think there were like 6 because I rounded up to the next whatever to have a few spares on hand. So once the other coins are invoiced, and actually we might have to wait till they come in before I can sell those remaining extras in case there's a delivery issue or something. All right, so that's it for the right leg tonight. There's one more step for the right leg. Do the left leg, weapons, backpack, all that good stuff next week. What was I going to say? So yeah, that's it for tonight. We'll be back next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, finishing this kit up, and maybe starting something new. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend, a great week. We'll see you next time. One more super chat. Thank you, Michael, for the super chat. I told my therapist I'm afraid of birds, and she told me I'm getting carried away. Now that if I screamed as I fired pistols wildly into the air. That's awesome. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. At the end here, we should have a nice backup prize for next week. And then, like I said, thanks all. Have a great evening and